Welcome back to Oilers TV Playoffs presented by Sport Check. Chris Wescott and Reid Wilkins alongside you for part 2 of our Game 4 preview. So the Sharks kept off the board in the last 2 games. The offenses run dry for them. A big reason possibly Brent Burns, 8 shots on goal in the first game, only 5 combined in the last 2. So what are we seeing from the Sharks? What's not going right for them?
Well, they've always been a volume shooting team, even going back to when Todd McLellan coached them. They were so good at shooting from everywhere, creating rebounds, creating traffic around the front of the net. I always said they would score a lot of feeding frenzy goals where they would just get that puck down low and keep poking at it.
The chum is in the water, right?
Yeah, exactly. Lifting sticks, and eventually you'd bang one in. They've been good at deflections. So I think they haven't been able to do that in a large part because of what the Oilers have been doing defensively in terms of, hitting the Sharks, keeping up the checking, and that has, I think, rushed San Jose a little bit where they haven't been able to maybe get the shots away that they want to all the time. And again, the way the Oilers have been defending the front of their own net, that, okay, the first shot might come in there, but then when there's a rebound, the Oilers are just as fierce on it defensively as the Sharks are offensively, and it's poked away or it's cleared away, or there's a Oilers forward coming back to lift a stick or poke a puck loose so a San Jose player can't get a clean shot. So I think San Jose is still trying to play the way they want to. I just think the Oilers have done a pretty good job of denying it.
They have. Let's hear from the Sharks themselves at the SAP Centre.
Chances are hard to come by. I think if you ask both clubs, whoever cashes in on their chances wins, and that's what happened last game. But I don't think it's going to be a 5-4 or 6-5 game. It's going to be those 1-0, 2-0 games, and that's just how our mindset is right now. Defensively, I don't think we change anything. I think just cash in on the times we get good chances. That's all. We win a night. It's a new series. That's how we look at it, really.
And I think any team that goes on any kind of a deep run has some adversity, and when you're on those teams, you always look back and say, hey, remember when we were in that spot? How did we handle it? Who stepped up? So that's where we're at, and we're expecting some big games out of some people tonight.
Well, Reid, this stat really doesn't mean much because the teams and the situations changed, but I'm going to throw this in anyway. When the Sharks are down 2-1 in a series, they're 3-10 all time. When they go down 3-1, they're 0-6. So tonight's a big game. How big is it for the Sharks to come out of there with a win?
Well, I've always been one of those guys where the biggest game of the playoffs is the next one. So this is the next one for both the Sharks and the Oilers. Now, certainly if you get down 3-1, I mean, we've seen plenty of 3-1 comebacks in the playoffs in recent years, but still, the odds are greatly stacked against you. I think if you're the Oilers, you have to assume this is going to be the most difficult game of the series, that you will see the best San Jose Sharks team that you have seen. I guess this is going to be the 9th time they've played each other, including the regular season. The Sharks know the stakes, and I look forward to seeing how the Oilers respond to that, because I don't want to see an Oilers team thinking like, okay, we're going home tied 2-2 at the worst with home ice advantage. I want to see an Oilers team, which we have seen most of the year, that rises to the occasion and is ready for a hard, difficult, down-to-the-wire game. So I expect San Jose's best game, and I expect the Oilers to be ready for that and hopefully bring their best game of the series as well.
Well, this is an experienced Sharks club. They've been there before. Let's hear from both sides about just how big tonight's game is.
Seems like every game is the big game, but this one I think is we know where we're at. We know where they're at. It's a veteran group over there. They're going to give everything they got. It'll probably be their best game tonight, so we need to match that or better that. And this is a big game. It would be nice to win this and bring it back to Edmonton. We've played a game in here now, all of us. We know what to expect from the crowd and the starts they have. So it's up to us to learn from that from last game and be better this game.
I mean, every playoff game in my mind is a must win. And you show up and you play to win the game. I think, I don't think that changes any time, no matter what the series is at. So people call it must win. A lot of us think that every game's a must win. I think that your desperation level should be high every game. I mean, whether it's game 1 or game 4. we should be desperate to win the hockey game, and we're going to go out and give it all we have to try and win this game.
So a big game for the Sharks, a big game for the Oilers. They can potentially push the Sharks to the jaws of elimination.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. Hey, I thought about it all morning. So Reid, when can fans listen to you?
All right, we got our face-off show at 6:30, Chet at 6, play-by-play with Jack and Bob at 8, and Rob Brown and I will take calls after the game as late as people want to go on Overtime Open Line.
Except not past a certain time, maybe?
No, we'll just keep going.
We'll just keep
People
going.
eventually go to bed, but
Yeah, okay. So, but not you guys.
no, we're up all night.
Okay, good. Excellent. We'll also have post-game reaction on Oilers TV and EdmontonOilers.com. Thanks for watching Oilers TV Playoffs, presented by Sport Check.